Hey folks, Future Tom here. Just wanted to let you know really quick that the first 15 to 20 minutes of this video have some random mic issues that were going on. I'm not entirely sure why, but if you notice a little bit of distortion or crackling or whatever, it's on my end. It's not on your end. Not sure why it happened. I apologize for that, but it sorts itself out again 15-20 minutes into the video. So my apologies, and I hope you enjoy. Hello everyone and welcome back, finally, to Titanium Trials. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman, and today we're playing Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. A lot of you probably haven't heard of this game. It's not been talked about a whole lot, but I'm very excited for it, and I've dabbled with it here and there a little bit, which I'll go into in a second. But I'm excited for it because this is actually a game by Yoko Taro, and if you know me and you know the channel at all, you know that I've played a few Yoko Taro games in Nier Automata and Nier Replicant. This is not a Nier game, but it's definitely a Yoko Taro game. So, let's go over a couple things really quick here. First of all, my apologies for not having had any uploads for the last few days. I have been quite sick. I'm still a little sick, so if you notice a little bit of hoarseness in my voice or anything like that, an errant clearing of the throat, please forgive me. Just, it is what it is. For those of you who don't actually know what Titanium Trials is, a quick refresher, what Titanium Trials is a series where I do a 30-minute to an hour-long recording of a game, sometimes do a couple episodes, but usually just one episode, that I'm interested in, that I think could make for interesting content on the channel, that you guys in the audience might enjoy, but I'm not sure if it would be good content to make an entire series of, or if I'm not sure that I'm going to enjoy it long-term or anything like that. So we give it a little bit of a trial run, a little test run, and see what you guys think. So we're going to do that here. I'll probably play for an hour today, and at the end of that, you guys will have to let me know if you enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, and if I did, and you guys let me know that you did, maybe we'll wind up making a series out of it. I've done it in the past. That's how we wound up with playthroughs of The Last Spell, and Loop Hero, and Genshin Impact, and all that type of stuff, so it can happen. So let me know. Also, when I say that this is definitely a Yoko Taro game, the look of it, the feel of it, the art, the music, the story, everything is 100% Yoko Taro. It feels just like a Nier game without being a Nier game. But what's interesting is Voice of Cards is actually a JRPG card game. Sort of. It's a card game in that it looks like a card game. It's set up like a tabletop card game. But functionally, it just plays like a classic JRPG. You'll see as we get into it. But don't be misled into thinking that it's an actual deck-building card game, Magic the Gathering, or Slay the Spire, or something like that. It's not like that. It's not like that, at least in my experience, from what I've seen. So, we're going to go ahead and get in. All I've seen of the game thus far is I played the demo when that came out, which is kind of like a prequel to the full game, really. And then I tried and failed to record maybe the first 30 minutes of the game when I was first getting sick. So I've seen some of the stuff that goes on. But without further ado, we're going to get in here. Now, something that's very, very, very exciting about the game is it's nearly fully narrated, and it's presented like you're playing Dungeons & Dragons or a tabletop RPG like that. So the narrator is actually the game master, which is super cool. And what I'm excited about is the narrator in the English version is Todd Haberkorn, who plays the Drifter in Destiny and is one of my favorite gaming voice actors. So you'll see he's got a perfect voice for this stuff. It's going to be awesome. It's very, very, very cool. It's a very cozy game.
Good afternoon, or should I say evening, morning. Morning? At any rate, I'm the Game Master. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Before we begin, there is something I must tell you. You see, my job is to draw you into this world with my voice and cards, which is why I believe it best for you to play with the sound on. In fact, I insist on it. However, as you can see, my voice is subtitled, so you can always read along as well.
I would like to display the subtitles. I always prefer to have subtitles on, but I will be listening to your sweet, sweet tones, Mr. Haberkorn. We can always change these settings later in the options. I'm sure we can.
Are you ready? Let's begin.
Let's do it! Oh, I'm excited.
Welcome to Voice of Cards. You are about to take the first steps of your adventure. Through a realm of sword and sorcery you will travel, battling bloodthirsty monsters as you strive to realize your ambitions.
Oh, and what ambitions I have, I assure you.
I have every faith you will accomplish great things here.
And who might you be exactly?
I am merely a witness to your exploits. Now then,
Is that
your
so?
departure draws nigh. May your journey be a safe one.
Well, thank you, Mr. Habercorn. Or should I say, Mr. Game Master. Voice of Cards, the Dragon in the Isle of Bliss. Which I'm assuming is like the name of this story arc, maybe? I thought it was the name of the chapter, but we find out later that it's not the name of the chapter, so... And look at this! Look at how cozy this is.
We begin in a cave. The surrounding rocks are slimy with damp. It feels as if some foul creature could leap out from the shadows at any moment. Yet in this horrible place gathers a fellowship of 3 adventurers. One is a young woman. You can tell just by looking at her, she enjoyed a good upbringing. Another is a stoic warrior. He stands at the ready, scanning his surroundings for any sign of threat. Last but not least is the old man. He has a sagely air and gazes into the darkness stretching out before him.
Now, these are not the 3 party members that we'll be sticking with, but what's cool is they're actually the 3 party members that you had in the demo of the game, which this intro part of the game is kind of like a summarized ending of the demo. You'll see.
These adventurers seek a certain treasure hidden in this cave.
Move further into the cave. Will do. So as you can see, the game map is literally comprised of cards. Everything is cards in this, and it's so cool. Your piece is in the middle of the screen. Use the left stick to move in the direction you want. Yeah, and we literally have a game piece, like we're moving around a game board. Look at this. It's so cool. It's such a unique way to design a game.
An iron door towers before you. It has rather conspicuous handles.
All right, and this is our first choice of the game. And here's another cool mechanic, is you have multiple choices, right? But what you can actually do is, it says up there in the top right of the screen, is you can actually hold down the button so you can try and peek at what it says without committing to a choice, which is super cool. Super cool. But it looks like this door has rings that you would pull on, not push on, so we're going to pull it.
The stoic man takes hold of the handles and pulls as hard as he can. But the door doesn't so much as budge. The stoic man winds his leg back and lets fly a powerful kick into the door. As his foot connects, the door trundles to the side. So it was one of those sliding contraptions.
There was no right choice there, because apparently it slides, even though the sprite for the door literally opened outwards. And so, see, there's like a fog of war type of thing going on, right? So as you move around, it actually reveals pieces of the game board to you, which is just so sick.
Something leaps out at the fellowship from the darkness.
And our battle transition is literally them putting down like a dice tray with a sort of accoutrement that you would expect. The fight is on. Take down all the enemies and victory shall be yours. So this is where the game kind of like makes you think that it's a card game, but it's really not. So these are the attacks that we have. Presumably as we level up and progress through the story and things like that, we'll get different abilities and spells and things like that. But at the end of the day, like, this is what we have. We're not drawing cards and hoping that we get attacks or anything. This is what we've got. However, something that is very card game and should be familiar to anyone who especially has played Magic the Gathering is you can see on our character's card on the left-hand side here, we have the girl, the white mage. She has attack, HP, and defense values. And the skeletons that we're fighting also have attack, HP, and defense values. So to be able to calculate how much damage you're going to do, you have to, take the monster's defense and subtract it from your attack. and that's how much damage you're going to do. And that's assuming you don't have any modifiers on anything, which we do. We have on white light here. We deal our attack plus 10 light damage. So, pretty cool. The other thing that is card game based is we sort of have a mana system. Not everything uses mana, but you can see, or mana if you prefer, our white light spell in the bottom right hand corner of the picture, there's 2 little gemstones. And in the top left hand of our screen, we have 2 gemstones. So this requires 2 mana to cast. We start off with 2. I don't know if that's standard for this party or if that's just you always start with 2. But so we can use this, or we can use an attack that doesn't use anything, all that type of good stuff. We also have items, of course, but I don't think we're going to need any of those here. Let's just go with some white light, shall we? Beautiful. Massive damage. And we crit. Oh, boy. And you saw there it said weak, so we do have elemental affinities and things like that that we're going to have to look out for, but the number in red indicates HP. When a card's HP drops to 0, it becomes incapacitated. Yep, attack is in the lower left, defense in the lower right. Give careful consideration to your and your opponent's values before attacking. Will do, Chief. And you see, because the turn changed over, we got another mana. So it seems like every time a new character goes, you get more mana that you can then accumulate or use or whatever. But I think we're actually just going to generate a gem here. So then when our warrior here goes, we should be able to swing really hard. The rest is up to you. Play your hand wisely. You got it, Chief. It's definitely not going to be difficult at all. Deal attack plus 8 damage. This should just be a kill, I think. Yes, sir. Awesome. And then we get our standard XP, gold, all that type of good stuff. And we move on. So yeah, you can see it's definitely, like, the combat is just JRPG combat.
Have seen their fair share of battle and defeat their attackers with ease.
Try to make sure we're thoroughly exploring here. Aha! Hello there.
As the trio approaches the treasure chest, an awful rumbling resounds deep in the cave. You shall not have it, a voice growls. Before the wary trio appear creatures the likes of which they've never seen.
Oh boy, what could it be? Could it be a boss fight? Alright, here we go. Ooh, we got slimes with swords and shields. Ah, and a more heavily armored skeleton. Alrighty. Well, we know that light magic does particularly well against skeletons, so we're going to go ahead and just cast this on this gentleman here. Ooh, did not quite finish him off, though. Left him with 1 HP. Unfortunate. Well, let's deal some frost bomb damage to a slime. Woo! Nice. And we can finish the skeleton off, so I think we'll just do that. Easy. Ow! As you can tell, the tutorial party is a little overpowered for the dungeon that they're in. And funnily enough, they were nowhere near this powerful when you played them in the demo, so they definitely wanted to make things seem easier than they will wind up being. Look at that! I've never actually seen that slime dodge that attack before, huh? And let's get a full swing here. Whoopsh! Nice. We'll get 1 attack in of absolutely 0 consequence to us. See the minor detail changes? Like, if you look, as I'm rotating between the cards here, if you look at our warrior in the middle, his gem is completely uncracked because he's taken no damage, whereas there's chips missing out of our white mage. Super cool. Super, super cool. I don't think she actually killed with the magic strike, but we'll go for it anyway. Yeah, not quite. However, we can get a hurricane on here. Wonderful.
Congrats.
Great success. Thank you, Mr. Habercorn. Bunch of XP, bunch of gold. It's a good time.
The young woman edges around the monster's bulk to stand before the treasure chest. There is treasure inside, no doubt about it, but it's locked tight.
There's gotta be some way of opening it, right? Perhaps this key! Definitely not the torch or the salve. I'm not sure what the implication is there, but it's cool that we're gonna have options like this in the rest of the game.
The woman slides the simple key into the lock. The chest clicks open.
Again, very tabletop RPG, very like, these are the options that you have. What do you want to do? That type of thing. Ah, I love it.
Inside is what appears for all the world to be an ordinary medicine bottle.
Medicinal-looking liquid in an ornate bottle.
At last, we've retrieved the royal treasure, the old man says. The woman and warrior exchange a nod.
The white-robed adventurers found the royal treasure, which is what they were here for. Apparently this ordinary medicine bottle. Royal treasure.
Their quest complete, the triumphant trio put the cave behind them.
Great success. Victory is ours and such. Chapter 1, Journey in Pursuit. Again, if you weren't convinced this was a Yoko Taro game, the music should have clued you in at this point. Like, that is classic. Even the art, I believe, was done by the artist who did all the Drakengard 3 art. So, again, very reminiscent of Yoko Taro. Different artists from the Nier games, but still kind of has a
Castle
similar
Advent.
feel.
Queen Nilla reigns over the kingdom from within its walls.
Queen Nilla Wafer, even.
In the crowded audience chamber jostle all manner of knights, adventurers, and bounty hunters. The white-robed adventurers stand close to the throne. A palace guard calls over the tumult, "Be silent. Her Royal Majesty graces us with her presence." The cacophony ceases the moment Queen Nilla enters the chamber. Seated upon the throne, the queen faces the crowd. Her lips part.
I don't know how we can tell, seeing as how she's got the most ostentatious nose ring known to man hanging in front of her face, but you know.
Thank you all for heeding my call to slay the dragon. Whatever it takes to defeat this reawakened evil, I ask that you do it. Whomsoever conquers this beast will be honored for ages to come and handsomely rewarded. At that, the gathered crowd cheers loud enough to shake the castle's very foundations. "Leave the dragon to us, Your Majesty," say the white-robed adventurers, as if the beast's demise at their hands is assured. "Indeed, you did well to reclaim the royal treasure," the queen replies. "I thank you for my stomach becomes most upset without it. So the treasure is a staple of the royal medicine cabinet.
Yes, of course. The royal treasure that is just the queen's tummy medicine. Oh, of all things to send an entire adventuring party out for, and you only have one vial of it? What are you doing?
It puts my mind at ease to know the Ivory Order offers its aid in slaying the dragon. The trio are disciples of the Ivory Order, a charitable organization beloved the realm over. Indeed, anyone would think this illustrious trio the heroes of our tale.
If only, right?
But they'd be wrong.
No, I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to wind up fighting the Ivory Order at some point.
So we just gotta slay the dragon and we'll be drowning in gold. The man trails off, drooling over unknowable fantasies.
Our illustrious hero, ladies and gentlemen. May we like him well, because I don't know much about him.
Beside him, a strange creature lets out a chirping coo. Pay attention, because this is important. There he is, or there you are, I should say, the hero of our tale. A humble bounty hunter. You love little in this realm more than coin. A seemingly tedious fellow who doesn't hesitate to claim the title of hero for yourself. When you heard about the quest to slay the dragon, it was the promise of reward that lured you to the castle. Now then, if you wish to officially register for the hunt, see me so I can get your signature.
Yes, sir, Mr. Royal Guard, sir.
You wonder why you need to sign anything, but head for the guard anyway.
I gotta say, in true JRPG fashion, we might be just a common mercenary, but we are decked out like an actual king. Like, we are a fancy-looking fella, so hopefully that is reflected somewhat in our combat capabilities, and it's not all just bling, because that'll be bad. Okay, so I'm going to spare us a little bit of frustration here, because it's just past this point that I had played up to previously when I was recording. So I know for a fact that all these people that are on the map that we can talk to, fun as it is to talk to them, it's basically just, this is my personality. I have one personality trait. And then we're going to have to go and talk to them all again, like actually requirement as we leave. So rather than doing it twice, we're just going to get to the good stuff. You'll see cards with glowing edges on your adventure. Step onto one to trigger an event that will move the story along. Cool. Thank you, game. Let's go!
The Ivory Order trio stands before you. They seem not the most approachable of parties, but...
We'll try and speak to the Ivory Order trio, sure. And who are you supposed to be, then? I imagine that our guy just has, like, an obnoxious, stereotypical Cockney accent, you know?
You inquire about their identities. We are disciples of the Ivory Order. It is our duty to aid the realm and its people however we can. The Order's principal focus is developing medicine to distribute to people throughout the world.
Ah, yes, we develop medicine, which is why we have numerous heavily armed and armored and powerful, like, warriors and powerful mages and, you know, because we distribute medicine. Like, what?
They begin blathering an answer to a question you didn't even ask. Sensing a long lecture ahead, you seize on the first chance to extricate yourself from their presence.
All right. Mr. Guard, I believe you asked us to sign our name?
Sign here, says the guard, handing you a pen and paper.
Oh boy, dragon hunters! All right. We are, of course, titanium. Oh, titanium ash. No, just titanium. How do I know there's a way to do this thing. Is there not? I thought that there was a way on Switch. Oh, wait. Aha! There we go. It just wouldn't let me use the bumpers to move it before because it was like trying to get me to auto-select a word, which was weird. But okay, titanium! You got that written down all right? That's right.
You sign your name. After you've signed, the guard motions to the strange creature beside you. The monster, too.
I love our little monster friend in his aviator goggles. Like, look at him. He's goddamn adorable. I hope he fights in combat with us. I haven't actually used these guys in a fight, so...
You sign your companion's name as well. Mar.
All right, Mar.
Mar, your friend and sometimes traveling companion. Though he can't speak the human tongue, he seems to understand it well enough. Thank you. Now we'll know what to have engraved on your tombstones.
Wow. Thanks, sir. Really appreciate the vote of confidence there.
Can't ask the dead what name to mark their grave with, after all. The guard chortles. You want the reward as badly as you don't want to die. You figure you better make some strong friends.
Okay, speak with the others gathered in the hall to form a fellowship for the journey ahead. I'm sure it'll be that easy. Yep. How about the queen? She seems like she'd be a powerful ally.
Asking Queen Nilla to join you is beyond preposterous. Better not even try.
This is one of those games that has a response to pretty much anything that you could do, or at least it seems that way thus far. So it's pretty entertaining to try and really push the envelope. What about you, fine sir and or madam?
Don't get yourself killed out there, says the guard curtly.
I mean, that's fair. Better than making fun of us over it like your buddy did.
Offer to join forces with the Ivory Order trio?
Hell yeah! Black and white, let's go. You know, complementary colors. Obviously, the name of the game is fashion after all, so, like, it'll work out for everybody, right?
We select few are sufficient to defeat the dragon. We require no additional aid.
Yeah, we either are going to wind up fighting them, or they're going to die horribly against the dragon, one or the other.
And we certainly don't require the aid of a no-name wastrel. With that, the trio takes their leave of the castle.
Very well, rude. What about you, fine
I'll
sir?
let the order handle this. Me, I'm heading home.
Alright, no dice there. Oh, you're a strapping
Before you
young
even
lad.
open your mouth to ask him to team up, he cuts you off. Thanks, but no thanks.
Wow. A lot of really ambitious folks in this here castle hall, huh?
You ask him to team up, but he refuses angrily. I ain't splitting the reward with nobody. You weren't planning on sharing either, so you don't try to change his mind.
Well, this is going well, isn't it?
No way am I adventuring with anyone who keeps that sort of creepy company, he says.
So are you slandering Mar? I will run you through with my blade right now. Do not make fun of my funky aviator goggle-clad lizard friend, alright? He's shaped like a friend, goddammit.
Never know what you might hear that'll lead you in the right direction. The man wanders off somewhere, muttering to himself.
Shady fella. Guys, I'm getting the distinct feeling we're not going to find anyone in here to form a fellowship with.
You'll need tough gear, the man says, wandering off.
Yeah, have you looked at me? I'm one of the fanciest bastards in this hole. Oh, guards.
Let us depart. We have a realm to save. He grabs his less than enthused colleague by the wrist and drags her off.
Oh no.
You catch a glimpse of the terrified look on her face. And then the two disappear out of the audience chamber.
Notably, more Ivory Order people, but they're going as a separate party than the main characters, the actually, individually designed characters, so wonder how that works. If they're all part of the same order, you'd think they'd want to work together, but, I guess if they can get separate rewards, then maybe not. Okay, well,
the castle will close to visitors shortly. Please be on your way.
That went well.
Shooed out of the castle. In the end, you set out, just the two of you, to hunt the dragon.
All right, set forth in pursuit of the dragon. There we go. Words. Ooh, item shop.
How may I help you? The proprietress inquires.
The adorable proprietress with her adorable little clementine orange thing. I mean, we could certainly look to buy something. This is about where I got to in my recording before, so this is pretty much all new to me at this point. Ooh, bombs. 40 gold. We have 1,000. Deal 5 damage to target. I don't know how useful that is. I'll buy 1 just to try it out. Can't know if you don't try, right? Also, it was a weirdly low frame rate on that transaction.
Will that be all? The proprietress asks.
That'll be all. Thank you, ma'am. And who's this funky fella down here? Oh! Oh, God. Bong! I imagine that's the sound that we made as we bounced off this man's belly as we ran into him in the street.
A weapons merchant accosts you in the street, despite your best efforts to mind your own business.
Having the words accost and weapon in the same sentence are generally not a good thing no matter what the circumstances are, so let's see what this guy has up his sleeve, I guess.
He speaks to you in a voice barely above a whisper. You want the most powerful weapon there ever was?
Don't we all? Am I to assume that you random schmuck merchant on the street has it?
He conspicuously checks his surroundings before revealing this weapon of apparent renown to you.
Yeah, I mean, that's a heck of a JRPG sword right there.
To hear him tell it, this is a legendary weapon, and one of its kind at that. It can be yours for 20,000 gold pieces, he says.
Notice how the stats are hidden behind his card, so we can't actually look and see how good it is.
You can smell the scam a mile away, and yet the aura of this weapon does have something of the legendary about it.
Well, we don't have anywhere near 20,000 gold, so even if I wanted to buy it, which I probably don't, we can't, so
you ask
sorry.
Who in their right mind would pay so much for something so clearly fake, stolen, or forged? Well, you know where to find me, if you change your mind, he says, tucking the weapon away.
Well, there's going to be at some point in the story where we have that much money, and then, maybe we'll come back and check it out at some point. But for now, that's going to be a big no from me, dog. Oh.
The old man kindly warned you of the dangerous monsters outside of town.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. A nice, kindly warning is fine. This looked more like someone who's going to be standing up on his milk crate. Doom has come for us all. Definitely had that kind of a look to him. Not, be careful. There are monsters outside the gates. Like, okay, yeah. Well, thank you, sir. But I mean, we're an adventurer. We can handle monsters outside the gates, right?
The door is shut tight. You spy a keyhole on it, suggesting the existence of a corresponding key. Maybe you should come back if you ever find a key.
I'll just assume that some random key that I find somewhere on my adventure goes to this door specifically, but sure. We'll check it out at some point. Could be cool.
The child says you should see Nexton as soon as you leave the castle town.
Nexton? Who or what is Nexton?
You peek inside the carriage shop only to hear the owner call out that they're closed. Guess you won't be making use of them after all.
Interesting. I don't know what a carriage shop entails, but that's a shady-looking fella if ever I've seen one. Jeez, okay. Carriage shop. Wonder what that could be useful for.
Before you stands a sign calling for people to join the hunt for the dragon. Earlier, you saw the bit about the handsome reward for whoever slays the dragon, and hightailed it to the castle. A woman stares at the sign, transfixed.
Ah, this is, I think, the third member of our party. In any screenshots that you see, or like promotional imagery or whatever, you see our main character, Mar, and then this girl. So I'm assuming this is our third party member, and perhaps a mage by the look of her.
Her face curls into a scowl as she notices you.
Oh, this is going to be one of these types of relationships right off the bat? Okay.
Monster!
Oh!
The woman cries.
Oh no!
Flings magic at Mar.
Mar, no!
Startled by the spell, Mar grows dizzy.
I shout! Mar, are you alright?
You gather the dizzy Mar in your arms and glare at the woman.
I'm glad he's just dizzy.
This ain't a monster, you growl, as the woman snarls over you. I hate monsters.
Well, maybe if you'd listen for half a second.
The two of you bicker for quite a while.
Poor Mar. 1 hour later, jeez.
Inwardly,
Whoa.
you call her unsavory names as your attention shifts to a different topic of conversation.
I must have accidentally double pressed there. Whoops. Oh, cool. We can go back. Oh, nice. In the end, the woman admits she may have jumped to conclusions, but stubbornly refuses to apologize. Yep. Okay. Definitely one of these kinds of relationships.
Turns out she really hates the dragon and would love to take him down with her own 2 hands.
Oh, well, aren't you in luck, madam?
But she knows she's no match for him alone, so she's at a loss for what to do. When you tell her you're after the same thing, she squints down her nose at you. Fine, she says. I can help you.
All right, well, I mean, that was a quick turnaround at the very least. Team up with the black-clad woman to slay the dragon? Hell yeah, why not?
She's a little annoying, but you are looking for quest companions.
Oh, no. I mean, fair enough.
I only want to see the dragon dead. I don't care about anything else, she mutters.
So you won't mind if we take your cut of the reward, right?
You overhear her remarks and grin
yeah!
without thinking. Then you don't care about getting a share of the reward.
See? See? Me and my avatar, we're on the same page here, man.
That suits you perfectly. You happily join forces with the black-clad woman. She introduces herself as Melanie.
Melanie, okay, cool. Not the name I would have expected, but I like it.
She tells you she is a witch, but says nothing of why she hates monsters or what grudge she bears against the dragon.
You know, never would have gathered that by looking at you. Definitely not any witchy vibes here at all. Cool. I'm wondering how many different party members there are if it's just these 3. Set forth in pursuit of the dragon. Can I see our party here? Oh, we can. Look at this. Okay, cool. So we've got our main party. Wow, Mar actually kind of looks like a beast. He's got more HP and more attack than any of the rest of us. Got skills that we can look at. Oh, it looks like we're very basic here thus far, which makes sense. I mean, abilities, yeah, we don't have any of those. Equipment? Okay, iron sword, iron armor, iron claws, simple breastplate, sacred staff, shadow cloth. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we do have some stuff. Party. Oh, main party and in reserve. Okay, so it looks like we will get different party members. Nice. Very cool. Oh, and owned cards? Oh, so this is just like our items and equipment and stuff. Okay. Gotcha. Understood. All right, well, let's sally forth, shall we? Leave the area. Hell yeah. I've had my fill of this place. Set me free. Allow me to wander forth into the world. Make your way to Nexton, south of Advent. And so see, this is what's so cool. Like, even the world map, I've seen this in the demo, is set up with these cards. So as you're exploring the world, it's slowly getting revealed to you with the cards. It's so cool. Press the plus button to open the menu. There you can perform various actions, such as saving and changing skills or equipment. The cards you encounter on your journey will be added to your collection, found within the menu. Admire your cards' illustrations, or replay movies you've unlocked. That's right. Actually, I do remember that from the demo. So there was a way to see in the collection. Yeah, you could actually look at the cards and you could see parts of their story. Yeah. And you can, much like with the weapon stories in the Nier games, like you can unlock more stuff as you go. Yeah, super cool. This dark and twisty mage harbors a deep-seated grudge against the dragon, but knows her own limits. She desires power enough to slay the dragon with a single blow. Yeah, and then we can like actually like look at the card art and stuff, move it around and everything. We can rotate it, which is kind of funny. The hell? I can zoom it in even further, but weird. Huh. But yeah, so it's cool. Like they know that the art is really good. So, and there's cards for like all of the characters, so you can actually find out more about everyone and kind of unlock more of the story that way, which is really nice. I imagine it's the same way for items and everything as well. Enter Nexton? Sure. I kind of wanted to see if we would get into a fight walking in between here and there, but maybe not. I don't know how that works, if like we can only encounter fights when we reveal cards. I guess so. Alright, fair enough. Forward! Ask around Nexton for more information on the dragon. Will do. Oh, you know, I vaguely remember doing this in the demo as well. When we were first setting out with the Ivory Order party to go to the dungeon where we got that medicine, we had to come to Nexton and we asked around about the medicine. So, makes sense.
Welcome to Nexton, hails a man.
Anything you want to ask him? Ask about the dragon?
You try asking the man if he knows anything about the dragon.
I mean, maybe?
The man's eyes widen. He leans close, cupping his hand to his mouth. Welcome to Nexton, he whispers in your ear.
I see. Is that all he's capable of saying? Ask about the town?
The man doesn't respond to any question except to parrot back his original greeting.
Okay. He's got some problems, understood. At least they put him to work as the greeter.
Proprietor inquires.
What arms and armor do you have for sale, sir? Pretty much exactly what we have now, it seems. Yeah. Oh, rings of protection, though. Hello. 500 gold. That might not be bad to get. Especially because Melanie's defense is pretty low. I mean, Mars is as well, honestly, but... Sure, let's get a ring of protection. Why not? Buy and equip. Sounds good to me.
Will that be all? The proprietor asks.
I think it will. Thank you, sir. Who do we have here? Oh.
The woman tells you she's so terrified of what might happen if the dragon attacks the town. She hasn't been able to eat.
Lovely lady. Listen, I'm not here to judge or shame anybody, but I'm just going to say, that face wielding that knife, lovely is not the first thing that comes to mind. Aggressive, vicious even, maybe, but not lovely. I'm sorry you haven't been able to eat, ma'am. I'm sure you'll be able to come to terms with that with time, though.
The man helpfully advises you take the opportunity to purchase equipment and curatives while you are in town.
Well, we already have curatives, and we got some equipment, so easily done. Oh god, another one.
A woman sits hunched over by the side of the road.
Hobbled woman, okay.
Upon catching sight of you, she calls out for your aid. She's sprained her ankle. and needs you to take her to the nearby apothecary.
Ah, okay, yeah. We did this in the demo as well, but with the Ivory Order. Okay, gotcha. Take her to the apothecary? Absolutely.
You try to lift the woman into your arms.
Oh my god.
But the weight's too much for you to bear.
Jesus.
You lay the woman back down where you found her and mutter a quiet farewell
Oh no!
before turning to leave.
Well, we've got to be able to do something to help her.
Upon seeing that, Melanie snaps. What kind of person are you?
How do you respond? Well, I mean, okay. They definitely were counting on you having played the demo before you play this, because, like, you do just scoop her up and bring her to the apothecary with the Ivory Order. It's very heroic and commanding and powerful. And then here it's like, we're kind of scrawny and you're kind of heavy, so we're just gonna leave. Not heroic in the slightest. It ain't like it's my fault.
Ain't like it's my fault she's hurt. You whine like a child. Ignoring you, Melanie gingerly helps the woman up. Mar bends so the woman can get on his back.
My god.
And the two of them head off in search of the apothecary.
Why weren't we just able to do that? My god.
Watch them walk away for a moment before following, complaining to yourself about what a waste of time
My god.
this is.
Good, our main character's a complete scumbag. Understood. Got it. Alright, we will transport the hobbled woman to the apothecary. Sounds like a plan. You can jump over to upward-facing terrain cards. Use the right stick to choose the direction you want to jump, then press the A button. Try jumping to the apothecary. Oh, okay, cool. So it's kind of like a fast travel type of deal. Nice.
You arrive at the apothecary. After taking a curative, the woman begins hopping up and down.
I love that they display some of these actions with the cards. It's really, really nice. Like, just a fun little detail. Even though there's not character models, it's still like, oh, look, they move and everything.
Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine, she beams. She thanks you and pulls something from her breast pocket.
Oh. She gives you Mysterious Card 1. Interesting. You have no idea how to use it, but put it somewhere safe for the meantime. Interesting.
You've helped someone, albeit not quite out of the goodness of your own heart.
Listen, I tried, man. When the game gives you two bad options, what are you supposed to do?
It might be a good idea to do that again, should you come across anyone else in need of assistance.
Damn. Narrator trying to
teach.
teach.
If you do, I'm sure something good will happen.
Oh my god. They're really laying it on thick here. Like, you really should have helped her, you scumbag. Awesome. Scour the streets of Nexton for more information on the dragon. Will do. Fulfill the necessary requirements on the unlocked Mature Woman's Flipside story. You can read special stories about the characters and enemies among your collected cards. Right, that's what we were looking at before. Progress through the adventure and defeat the myriad enemies in your path to collect every special story. View your collection? Sure, we'll take a look. Alright, so if we go to characters, I'm assuming anyway. Right here. Mature woman, here we go. Every morning, she wakes up early to get breakfast ready. And every morning, she has to take her husband's abuse. There's only so much a woman can stomach. The mornings are quiet now, save for the soft sounds of chopping. Her husband vanished some days ago, and ever since, meat's been on the menu, more often than not. Oh! Oh no! Yep, it's a Yoko Taro game, alright. I feel like we've read a similar story in one of the Nier games before, but, you know, good to know that the mature woman, who definitely looks as creepy as would be implied by this story, is a cannibal. A murderous cannibal, even. justified or not, at least on the murder part. I don't know about the cannibalism part, but... Whew, oh boy, that's... Whew. All right, we're gonna move right along. Oh, jeez. All right, what does the apothecary have in store here?
How may I help you? The proprietress inquires.
Now that looks like a witch right there. 100%. Salves, antidotes, which I don't have any of, I don't think. Curatives, pepper upper, cures target of attack down and defense down, and Inspire elixir, which we have. You should probably get at least one of each of these, right? I don't know how often we're going to need them, but better to have it than not have it, right? Yeah, we seem to lose a lot of frames just on the purchasing items menu specifically. It's weird. The cards move much less smoothly when we're acquiring items.
Will that be all? The proprietress asks.
It will indeed. Thank you, ma'am. Now, there's an item shop, which is different from the apothecary, it would seem. Similar to the one at the castle. Has bombs, soothe stone. Ah, which generates gems. Okay. So we can put money into buying mana ramp, basically, which is cool. Very cool. Not that we can afford it right now, but... And bellwether. Facilitate escape from dungeons. Okay, so it's an escape rope. Easy. But we're broke, so nothing doing there. Now, that girl is glowing, so she presumably has information we would need, which means we're going to talk to her last.
It seems the majority of the world's medicine is made by the Ivory Order. Many people depend on it.
Are the Ivory Order drug traffickers? Do they have everyone hooked on, Oh, God, what's the word? I keep wanting to say antidepressants. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Opioids, there we go. Do we have an opioid crisis here in this world of the Owl Dragon Wars? Maybe.
That's probably part of the reason the Order has so many ardent supporters.
See, I just assume anything that is portrayed as good and nice and positive in a Yoko Taro game has some sort of twisted backstory going on, so...
Apparently a monster researcher lives in Thriston and might know something about the dragon.
Thriston, okay. Fair enough, we'll have to go there. Visit the good doctor in Thriston, okay.
On your way to defeat the dragon, are you? The innkeeper inquires as you set foot inside.
Yes, ma'am.
The innkeeper gives you a room free of charge in a show of support for any and all who wish to defeat the dragon.
Well, dang, isn't that just kind of you? I mean, I don't think we need it, but we'll take the free rest. Why not? It would be rude to turn down such hospitality.
The party leaves the inn feeling rested.
Woohoo! Thank you, ma'am. That was weird. I wasn't able to just back out of that menu. I had to actually, like, press A to progress through it.
The girl says if you follow this road northwest for a bit, you'll come to Thriston.
Okay. Second mention of Thriston that we've had. Fair enough.
Seems you've learned all you can here. Time to move on.
Oh boy. Do I actually get to get out there now? You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Plain Girls flip side story. Oh, okay, cool. We'll check that out. Why not? I want to get into at least one fight with our party and see what our capabilities are and how difficult the game actually is. Because the demo and then obviously the prologue to this full release, obviously not very difficult, but I'd like it if there was a bit more challenge in the rest of the game. Plain Girl. Rain patters the window. A picture book lies open. Paper and paint perfume. Tiny fingers turn the page. The book is upside down. No more light in her eyes. Only memories of mother. A painted rainbow bleeds. Not quite as obvious to me of what's going on as it was with the mature woman, but something equally creepy is happening here, and I'm not entirely sure what the takeaway is, but, you know, classic Yoko Taro stuff. Oh! Oh, hey, look who it is.
As your eyes roam everywhere but the path you walk, you barrel right into someone.
Yep. 3 someones, as a matter of fact. Hey, guys, sorry.
When you turn to see who it is, you see the Ivory Order trio from the castle.
Didn't mean to run headlong India. It's, you know, just a lot to see. I'm a simple country farm boy and never been in the old big city like this, and I'm just a little bit taken aback by everything. Please take my apologies.
Winifred, are you all right? The sagely old man asks the woman, voice full of concern. I'm fine, the woman called Winifred replies. Thank you, Hedwin.
Oh, that was a thing, right? Yeah, all 3 of their names had "win" in them somewhere, like at the start or at the end. Every single one of them, which I found very odd in the demo.
Berwin,
Yeah.
the old man calls, turning to their stoic companion. He jerks forward, as if to defend Hedwin and Winifred. The trio advances on you. How dare you treat disciples of the Ivory Order with such disrespect?
Oh boy, here we go. They're getting all high and mighty on us. How do you respond? I offer my life as restitution. Watch where you're going, and you broke my bloody foot. My God. I mean, it was our fault. So I'm not going to be like, oh, my foot. I offer my life as
Fall to
restitution.
your hands and knees, pressing your forehead to the dirt in supplication. I offer my life as restitution, you sob. Winifred
Cry those crocodile
stares at
tears.
you, bewildered you would go to such ridiculous lengths to apologize.
I mean, when these 3 are advancing on you so aggressively, like, is it really that surprising? They don't know their own presence.
Muttering a half-hearted apology, you try to keep walking. But that's when you notice something in your hand.
Oh?
Looks like you accidentally
Oh
grabbed
my-
Winifred's coin purse when you ran into her.
Accidentally? How do you Oh my God.
Thief, bellows Berwin, drawing his weapon. Guess you've got to fight your way past.
Okay, well, I wasn't expecting to fight them this early, but I guess I was right. Jeez. We're gonna get our asses kicked, by the way. Like, we're gonna get stomped.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get absolutely demolished.
Don't worry, the coffin cart is down, but they're still alive.
Good lord. So Mar, run away? You see no scenario in which you might escape from this enemy? Oh my God. Alright, go for it, Mar! We literally can't even hurt them, like... Poor Mar. Well...
The Ivory Order laid you out flat.
like they were all just arranged in a pile on the side there.
The Ivory
Awesome.
Order trio looks at you like they can't believe such a weakling would even try to hunt down the dragon. Taking pity on your ineptitude, the Ivory Order trio uses their magic to heal your wounds.
Oh. Well, that's kind of them, at least.
We mustn't tarry any longer. To the monster researcher of Thriston with us, Hedwin urges his companions and the trio depart.
Did she take her coin purse back? Lead the party onward in search of the dragon once your business in town is complete. Yeah, will do. Thanks. Let me just pick my teeth up off the ground real quick. Alright, once again, the carriage shop is closed, apparently. Very well. Leave the area. Yes! I want to get one good monster fight in. Not a fight that we're obviously
Aimless
designed to
wandering
lose.
can be fun, but if you want purpose and direction, I'd suggest sticking to the path.
What if I like aimless wandering, though? Follow the road leading out of Nexton. No. While exploring the world and diving deep into dungeons, you will encounter enemies with which you must do battle. Your adventure will be over if everyone in your battle party is KO'd. Should your journey meet an unfortunate end, you can continue from your last save point, so it is in your interest to save often. Select data from... Yeah. There's also an autosave feature. Okay, gotcha. Oh, yeah! I forgot the world map music is very, very Hearthstone-y to me. Like, I would not be surprised if they hired one of the sound designers who worked on Hearthstone to make this music, because it's so Hearthstone. I forgot about this. Ooh, event.
Lying in the grass, you find an old telescope. You figure a look at the path ahead can't hurt, and pick it up.
Cool. Alright, awesome. Whoa, what?
Peering through the lens, you see something in the distance, but you can't tell exactly what.
I mean, that's a knife.
All you know is there's something up ahead. You should be able to tell for certain what it is if you get closer.
What will you do? Inch closer?
You leave the janky telescope where you found it, and make your way cautiously toward what you saw.
Yeah, okay. I figured.
Looks like it was only an old woman.
Why do all the old women in this game carry giant butcher's knives?
You try to say hello, but she wanders off without even registering your presence.
If we'd run up on her, we would have gotten shanked, make no mistake about it. An enemy appears. Here we go. Alright. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got a couple gobbledygoos. These are gems. You'll need to spend them to use certain skills. Yes, we know. You gain 1 gem whenever you take an action and can store up to 10 at one time. Cool. This icon indicates how many gems the skill costs. You can't use the skill if you don't have enough gems. That flame costs 3, which is interesting. But it seems like ours only costs 1, thank God. Select items with the Y button. Make sure to use items when you need them. Will do. While carrying many items, press the L button or the R button to scroll. Nice, good to know. Okay, so we've got 8 attack. So we could do 9 damage to one of the gobos if we use our flame, which, why not? We've got gems. And I think she's the only one that even uses them right now, so... Nice. Some of your attacks are elemental in nature. The 6 elements are fire, water, bolt, wind, light, and dark. Cards take more damage from elements they are weak to and less damage from elements they are resistant against. Knowing your enemy's weaknesses and strengths will help you choose which skills to wield to your advantage. Thank you, thank you. And that's just going to be a learning experience, it seems. Yeah, we just have a normal slash here, but we can do 6 damage to the gobbo, which will finish him off, so perfect. Nice! Little extra flair on some of our animations, very nice. Oh, interesting. Cool, okay, so there's actually, like, abilities that will roll dice and stuff. That's fun. Get him, Mart! Oh. We crit, cool. Works for me. Magic Strike, get him! Alright, so the random gobos are not scary. Not scary at all. Which I kind of figured they wouldn't be, but... Woo! XP and gold, baby. When you're low on HP, open the menu and select Owned Cards to use a recovery item, or take a rest at an inn in town. View your cards? Sure. I think we pretty much just have some potions and stuff. Yeah, salves. A few of the status recovery items, a bomb. Which the bomb seems kind of eh. Deal 5 damage to a target, like... I mean, I guess that... If that ignores defense, that could be decent, actually. If it's true damage. But we'd have to experiment with that to find out. Cool, though. Well, guys, we're at a little over an hour, if my calculations are correct. So I think I'm going to call this one here. But this is... I think, genuinely very fun, enjoyable, and cozy little game. So I'm definitely going to be playing more of it regardless, but like I said at the start of the video, I need to know what you guys think. Would you like to see more of this on the channel? Would you like to see a full Let's Play of this? Because I'd be more than happy to do that. I have a few other things lined up, a few other things that I'm working on, but I'd be more than capable of turning this into a full series if you guys would like. If not, that's okay too, and I'll just play it on my own time and we'll move on to something else. So let me know. If you're curious as well, from what I understand, this is on Switch and PC. It might be on other systems, but those are the two platforms that I know it's on. I'm playing it on Switch. PC might be better in terms of frame rate and stuff like that. I don't really know, but yeah, you can pick it up in either of those platforms if you so choose. So with all that said though, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. If you know someone that you think would enjoy this video or any of my similar content, if you could shoot them a link, that'd just be swell. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. It helps the channel out a lot. It helps get more eyes on my content, keeps me growing, and that's good for everybody. If you could do that, that'd just be swell. With all that said though, until the next time, I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, be good to each other. Bye now.